Hi guys, my name is Matthew and today I'm going to be talking to you about the Kerguelen Plateau and associated Heard Island and Kerguelen Archipelago, which is located in the South Indian Ocean. Hope you find it interesting. I certainly did, so let's make a start. The Kerguelen Plateau is located in the southern Indian Ocean, approximately 4,100 kilometers southwest of Perth. Heard Island and the McDonald Islands are under Australian jurisdiction, however both are located on the Antarctic plate. The Kerguelen Plateau is the world's second largest large igneous province. The plateau and associated islands cover an area of 2 million square kilometers and rise 3.5 kilometers above the ocean basin. The Kerguelen Archipelago, located on the northern part of the plateau, is the third largest oceanic archipelago after Hawaii and Iceland. Heard Island, which is located on the central part of the plateau, has Australia's highest mountain, Big Ben, which rises 2,745 meters above sea level. Big Ben is an active volcano. We'll have a brief look at the geological sequence of events which form the plateau and associated islands. The Kerguelen Plateau was formed in an interplate setting over the Kerguelen mantle plume about 110 million years ago during the breakup of Gondwana. The first part to form was the southern Kerguelen Plateau, around about 110 million years ago, followed by the central Kerguelen Plateau between 95 and 100 million years ago. Eland Bank on the western part of the plateau formed around about the same time. 82 million years ago, the southeast Indian Ridge intersected the Kerguelen Plateau and mantle plume. Samples taken from the central and southern Kerguelen Plateau had previously indicated isotopic ratios and trace elements of continental crust. A sample taken at Eland Bank on the western part of the plateau was a garnet biotite gneiss with Neoproterozoic zircons and monazites in a fluvial conglomerate interbedded with basalt. This finding was significant as it provided the evidence to support the continental crust signatures previously found. One explanation for the garnet clasts found at Eland Bank is that the southeast Indian Ridge made at least one ridge jump northwards relative to the mantle plume and plateau, and in doing so transferred some continental crust onto the Antarctic plate. Samples from a number of sites across the central Kerguelen Plateau and southern Kerguelen Plateau indicate that the basalt was erupted subaerially. This was evident in the Puhoihoi lavas without pillows or quenched glassy margins. The northern Kerguelen Plateau was formed between 65 and 35 million years ago. This final stage of plateau formation ended in explosive eruptions of volatile rich felsic magmas. This was caused by fractionation in the magma chamber when the surge from the mantle decreased. It is thought that as the crust got thicker, the magma fractionated at lower depths but at higher pressures. After volcanism ceased, the plateau was subject to subsidence. This is indicated in the sediment record, which indicates intertidal beach deposits transitioning to offshore packstone and pelagic ooze. The ocean drilling project, which was undertaken in the late 80s, discovered that the magmas between 110 million years ago and 40 million years ago were mainly tholeiitic basalts. Magmas younger than 40 million years were found to be transitional tholeiitic to alkaline. Magmatism was initially influenced by the Kerguelen mantle plume, and then when that eased off a little bit, it became influenced by the southeast Indian Ridge. Following subsidence, a limestone basement was laid down over the plateau, indicating a depositional environment above the CCD. The Kerguelen archipelago began forming about 29 million years ago, initially over a divergent plate boundary, but then as the southeast Indian Ridge moved northwards relative to the mantle plume, it migrated to an interplate setting. Heard Island and the McDonald Islands began forming about 35 million years ago. At about 9 million years ago, the Drygalski Formation produced pillar lavas, lava flows and hyaloclastites over the limestone. Some researchers believe that the diamectites in the Drygalski Formation are glaciogenic, and some believe that the laminations in the mudstones represent glacial varves. This gives an insight to past climates. The Kerguelen mantle plume continues to exert its volcanic influence over the southeast Indian Ocean. The McDonald Islands have more than doubled in size and gained 100 meters in height since 1982. The last recorded eruption was earlier this year. Okay, that's about it. Thank you very much for listening. All the best.